What'd you grab out of there?
All right, so I had an interesting experience this week, and so this is going to be very embarrassing. Why are you already laughing? You don't even know what I'm going to say. Welcome, everyone. Grab Bag Part number 2. Chris, are you a sweet tea fan or an unsweet tea fan?
I usually go with unsweet tea.
Why is that?
That's because I'm trying to keep my sugar low.
They put a lot of sugar
They
in
do
sweet tea.
I mean,
I feel like I
what
went
are
on
they trying
a
to do to people.
I went on a sweet tea kick, but it was not good for my stomach
Yeah,
due to the sugar content.
had some other kind of kick going on there.
You don't want to give your stomach a curve with sweet tea
No,
because of the sugar load, you know? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and that's why unsweet tea. That's my jam.
What is your drink of choice? You're sitting at home, you're working, or it's been a long day. You pull out a big Ranger's cup, plastic cup from your cabinet. What are you putting in that cup?
It's gonna sound so boring.
You're gonna say water, aren't you?
No, it's gonna sound terrible.
You say
and
Topo
boring.
Chico?
Yeah, no, I do like a Topo Chico.
Okay.
I do, with a little bit
That
of
was
lime.
not going to be your answer. What was going to be your answer?
It's usually water with lemon in it.
Oh.
But I'll just take the lemon, or maybe a lemon and a half, and squeeze the lemon juice into the water. You take
love
lemon
the
juice,
detail.
you squeeze it into the water.
Squeeze a lemon and a half. Do you always put lemon in the water?
I make a poor man's lemonade without sugar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the lemon? Why not just water?
Because I think that the lemon helps make it go down.
You don't need to get defensive about the lemon.
Yeah,
Okay, it's okay.
come on, leave
You would rather have you know what? I like lime in water, but like more
That's
than
it. I'm out of here. Door slam. All right.
I'm sorry.
The lime
I'm
is
sorry.
equally as delicious.
Here we are,
So,
back to the grab bag.
Is that what we're doing?
Well, you know, you bring up an interesting point. I'm glad you brought this up by this question of, is that what we're doing? Thank you for that segue. We don't know what to call these things sometimes. We figured grab bag because we're just grabbing topics out of a bag. You also proposed
Value meal?
value meal.
Yeah, you're
like
getting more topics for the episodes. So.
like a Wendy's value meal.
Like a Wendy's value meal.
McDonald's.
Like a Wendy's $1 chili with
it's probably not $1
frosting.
anymore. It's probably $4.50 now.
Yeah, well,
Have you noticed the value menus are like, hey, it's still $7? And you're like,
Yeah,
that's
it's not a
anything.
value.
No, what do you get out of here? I'm walking here. It's ridiculous. Well, whether it's grab bag or value meal, we have a slew of different topics
Slew.
to hit today.
Don't hear that often.
Slew means like multiple,
It does. Yeah, no,
doesn't it?
you're definitely right.
Okay.
on that.
I don't know how to
In your
spell.
usage.
I don't know how to spell slew. It's
Yeah.
like SLUETH.
I think it's just SL. Long U.
Y.
Yeah, there you
A
go.
long U. Yes, here we go. Let's grab into the bag. You're grabbing into the bag right here.
Yeah, so
What-
if I could read this, let me put on my old man glasses here, and just
Chris's shoes are off.
My shoes
If
are off.
people
They're
wanted
just
to
going
know.
to be off. Just assume that they're off.
Yeah.
folks.
All the time.
Hey, Mike, we're leading off with a little politic tick.
Boom! Here we go. Politics right out of the gate. What do you got?
Yeah, so interesting stuff here within the last couple of weeks. So
weeks.
thinking about our friends to the north, our Canadian friends, eh?
Yeah. Maple syrup.
Yeah.
Candied bacon.
Posers, yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. What are you going to say?
Well, we had a little bit of a hockey tournament. Yeah, for those who tuned in.
You're feeling strong, my friend.
Well,
Who was feeling strong?
the U.S. was feeling strong.
That's right.
The Canadians are feeling strong because
Canadians.
on a Saturday night game they decided to throw down some fisticuffs.
Didn't they do that after they booed the national anthem?
I'm
for
glad
the
you
US?
bring that up
You
because there has to
left
be an
a huge
instigating
thing. That's right.
moment there. Well, I
Yes.
figured we would cover it here.
Oh, okay. Because we hit the tough, hard facts.
You tell me what you know.
That was
what
the
do you know
drama.
about? What happened?
I thought the drama was, here we go, little nations hockey face off. We're just having a game, everyone. We're just having a great time. Here comes the American national anthem, and then boo.
Yeah. While in Canada, up in Montreal. So the format was that the first, there were going to be 4 teams that were involved, right? The
That's
U.S., Canada, Sweden, Finland. And this is taking place, or did take place, during what's normally the all-star break for the NHL.
Yeah. That's right.
So it was a best-on-best tournament.
That's right.
You had some of the best hockey players in the world
We're saying
playing
best.
for their country, and
The best.
they were going to play in Montreal the first 2 games,
Mm.
the first 2 matches.
Okay.
So it's, in hockey vernacular, it's match, not game.
Okay.
Um,
Is it?
yeah.
Oh.
I played hockey, so that's we called it a match. And then they were going to play the final 2 matches, or at least in the main portion of the tournament before they got to the championship game.
Okay.
To be played in Boston.
Is this why they booed?
So while the U.S. was playing their first match against Finland, they were booed.
Oh, I thought it was against Canada.
It started with their first match against Finland. They were booed.
Oh.
And so going into the Canadian game, the next
interesting
game,
booed again.
next match, they were booed, and they knew they were going to be booed, and so.
And then we were like, no more.
All right, no more.
Too many boos.
No more, Mr. Nice
We're throwing,
guy.
we're pivoting.
Yep.
And we are throwing down. Oh, sorry. Forgot about that laugh track in there. So then they threw down.
Well, we have 2 brothers on the U.S. team.
Okay.
Matthew and Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Starts with a T, but it's pronounced Tkachuk.
Tkachuk.
And they Tkachuked some of the Canadian players with some lefts and rights.
That's right.
And so there were 2 fights to start the match, and it wasn't even 3 seconds into the match.
Yeah, right away.
And then there was a third one.
They knew what they were doing.
So we're starting off with penalties.
Yep.
Canadians are cheering for their team. I think everybody back at home and the U.S. Contingent there was, hey, all right, they're sticking up for themselves and sticking up for the U.S.
We're thinking we're going to have a repeat of Miracle. We're going to get intense.
That's what we thought.
And then,
things changed in Boston. We had a championship match with the Canadians meeting us there again. And then,
that's right.
How
many overtimes was it?
Oh boy, it was just 1 overtime.
Oh, I thought it was a third overtime.
It was just 1 overtime.
I must be thinking Stars, Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Sorry, my friend in Buffalo,
Dallas.
If you're listening. So.
Yeah, who cares about Buffalo?
Hey,
so the U.S. lost. However, still tensions high between the North and the South.
Well,
Canada.
The politic boom here is that there's some talk about why don't we just make Canada our 51st state?
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
I think they're not liking that idea.
Do you think the older you're getting, I keep hearing always how like Texas is going to break away from the U.S. or we're going to grab Canada? I don't think anything's ever going to happen. Do you?
I don't think anything's going to happen, and it sounds ridiculous. But then when you start hearing talk about, well, we might own Greenland, or there might be there might be a golf resort in Gaza. The possibilities
are endless. They're endless here.
But that's what's going on the, there's a lot of things going on the politics scene, but that was something that just seemed to stand out, that brought the sporting world, brought the NHL, brought politics into view. Yeah. And
let's keep it political for a second. What do you think about DOGE?
DOGE?
Yeah.
I like the idea of efficiency. I like the idea of cutting
not the crypto
waste.
Not the cryptocurrency.
I like the idea of, well, why are we spending this on that? And maybe let's not do that anymore when it's not something that's actually helpful.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so
why not?
I'm in favor of efficiency. I think that works. I think accountability is good. Transparency is good.
Yeah, totally.
No matter what avenue or what arena.
Well, hopefully they don't.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm all great, but we should totally be good stewards, and government or public employees are supposed to be stewarding things well for the people. So like any kind of system that's going to make things more efficient, obviously if they bulldoze over people, if you do it in a poopy kind of a way, like that's not good. That's not gonna be good for people. But if the end game is if we actually make things better, I don't know why you wouldn't be a fan of that. No. I noticed when I said cryptocurrency, Doge, you just literally said nothing when I said that. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? Okay. I don't know how crypto you are. So this is another hot topic.
Doge or Ethereum. Or,
you said it by the right name. I'm so proud of you. Do you have any other ones, besides Bitcoin?
Nothing.
Okay. I was just curious. Yeah. Okay.
People are going to
efficiency.
Right
Let's hit one more topic. Actually, we have multiple topics. I'm going to leave this one. Here we go. I just reached into the bag. And my Dallas and Los Angeles fans, let's just talk for a second about the Luka trade.
This is going to hurt.
You got to tell me what you think about this first. Okay. I'm a little angry about it still. Are you pulling up a video?
No, I'm not pulling up a video. I'm just making sure.
Like you're zooming. Are you playing Crazy Cupcakes again? The Luka trade. What do you think about the Luka trade?
At first, I was very confused, I would say.
Okay. Like the rest of the NBA? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that.
At first, you're not confused now?
I'm still confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah, because it doesn't.
I am. But I did do a little bit of research into it.
Okay. Oh, it's a private eye. So what'd you get?
Well, I saw that there were some concerns about Luka taking care of himself, taking care of his weight.
His belly.
Wondering if more injuries were going to lead to more injuries down the road. So,
okay.
Yeah. So looking at it through that lens, you can start to say, all right, well, maybe for the long run. But
I mean, he's 25.
He's 25
and
he's amazing.
He's incredible.
And he's a, otherworldly kind of player right now. And so
if you're going to get rid of him, I mean, you got to shoot for the moon.
I think you have to at least shoot for the Eastern Conference and get him out of your way.
I mean, they just didn't. For any of you who don't know by now, you can Google the trade and you can see that Dallas traded with the Lakers, and what they got in return is nothing in compared to what we gave away, which here's the deal. I understand maybe he's not disciplined. Maybe he's out of shape. Maybe they know something we don't know. I get it. Okay. I'm not the expert. I'm not
hire a sports therapist or counselor. Get to the bottom of it.
I'm not going to trade
him away.
Quarterback own, NBA team, whatever. But if you're going to trade him, like you got to get more. This might go down as one of the worst trades, actually, maybe in the four majors, maybe ever.
This is one.
I'm trying to think of a trade actually that I can remember that was worse. Can you think of any? This might be one of the worst.
I think
like lopsided.
Yeah, Troy and Sparta with the Trojan horse coming in, and yeah, I don't.
It's basically a Trojan horse situation.
Pretty much, yeah.
And to the Lakers. So sorry, LA fans. The Lakers are like the Yankees of baseball or the Chiefs of football.
Have you seen LeBron and Luka play together yet?
A couple times. It's hard for me to watch highlights of them clicking together because it just makes me. I'm happy for Luka, but it's really challenging.
Well, what would you say that's like watching them? Having fun,
like watching Luka laughing up with the enemy. And I'm like, oh, slap hands. Oh, cool. Like, I'm not excited about it. I'm happy for Luka, though, because I'm upset he was traded. So they played, Lakers and Dallas recently played. He got to stare down the bench and kind of pay it back to him a little bit. And we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get Luka again. We'll see.
I think part of it, too, is, my daughter and I, we've watched Dude Perfect videos for years. And Luka
he was on there.
He was on there and, kind of felt like, hey, he's going to be in Dallas for a while. And he was,
he's supposed to be the next Dirk, basically.
He's supposed to be the next
He's going to be around forever. I think he was going to stay forever,
I thought he was Dallas for life. Yeah.
Well, all
sorry
right.
about that. America.
Sorry, America. We're not sorry to Canada, though.
No.
Boo. We're going to punch you in the face. Oh, sorry. Back in the bag.
Yeah. Here we go.
Sorry. Put my hand in there. What do we got? Spinning the wheel.
Spinning the wheel. It's a little Jeopardy music here. And what is it? Oh, guess what, Mike?
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so maybe not everybody knows, but last year at this time, right around the time of my anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. We needed to get a new AC.
Did we talk about this on an episode? Did we refer to the house stuff on the episode before?
I think so, but that was something else. That was a new driveway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that was another. Okay, so you had AC a year ago.
Yeah,
I think
so
it
was our downstairs AC. And so, we were, for most of the year, we're thankful to have the downstairs heat and
we're talking about
summer.
We're talking about air conditioning for the grab bag topic. Okay,
yes, exactly.
Just making sure. Yeah.
But here's where the tension lies, Mike. Every good story has some tension.
Of course.
Our anniversary came around again, but this time our upstairs, you're going to play a sound that's going to, just kind of throw me under.
You stopped before I could play a sound. I was feeling it. I think I knew where this was going.
I had to call
now
you
the whole mojo is up. You know what?
I had to call you on that one because this is serious stuff. There's some money out the door.
I'm sorry. Okay, I won't do it.
But go ahead and do it. There we go.
Okay, so you had another. Is the point?
Guess what? Happy anniversary, Jessica. Yep. We needed another HVAC upstairs.
Wow.
Yeah,
man. So house repairs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Makes you want to sell the house and rent.
That's wild.
Yeah.
House repairs, because I've been there too. It's the great debate versus owning a home and renting a home.
Mm-hmm. We do it. Yeah, it was going to have to be done at some point, right?
But there always seems to be strong argument. Have you ever noticed when you talk about this with people, there seems to be some strong opinions and sides about owning and renting. Like I'm trying to think of the classic comments. Classic comment for renting, for example, is, "Oh, you're throwing your money away. You're not building any equity." Which, okay, factually, you're not building any equity.
Your home is your greatest investment.
That's another one from Marvin the Martian. Thank you.
Your home is your greatest.
But then, then the flip side, someone says, no, you buy because you have this equity, even though you have to do repairs.
Yeah.
But you have repairs, you got taxes, you got a bunch of taxes,
you got repairs.
What do you think about that? Do you think it's one of those everyone should, at some point when they get older, they should go own a home? They should buy a home?
It really depends on your goals.
Yeah,
it does. I think it really boils down to the person and what they're looking to do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like to free up the money that they would be spending on fixing up the home, and they're able to be a little bit more generous and be able to give in areas. And so,
yeah.
And they might say, you know what, we're not going to be here for a long amount of time. So do we really need to invest in a home right now, or do we need to rent and then just be freed up to be able to move to wherever God may be calling them? So yeah, I think different strokes, different folks. It really does apply here.
How did it feel for second anniversary in a row, another HVAC repair? Like, how have you been feeling?
I think Jessica and I may have looked at each other and just did that. We're laughing or else we're going to cry.
Isn't there a scene in a movie? Isn't there a scene with Tom Hanks? Isn't there a fixer-upper?
There is.
You know what I'm talking about?
There is.
He's looking through
the bathtub falls through.
He just starts laughing.
It's called the money pit.
That's right. That's right.
It's called the money pit.
He just crazy laughs.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like what you two did, basically?
Pretty much. I would say it's like, if we don't laugh, we're going to cry about this, but we know that there's bigger problems than this. But still, let's not do this for our next anniversary.
Yeah. Wow. I guess we'll see a year from now. Next, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
How many years is that?
We're at 26.
26?
Yeah.
Past a quarter of a century, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's exciting. Yeah. Did you do anything for HVAC repairs and all? Does that mean you guys did like a value meal?
We went to Wendy's and got a Frosty and
$17.
$7. There we go. No, actually had a nice dinner.
Oh, sweet.
We're able to spend that time with each other.
Nice. Awesome. Okay. Well, that was your grab bag topic, was HVAC.
Well, I just felt that people just needed to know.
People needed to know. People love HVAC stories.
Yeah. Especially, the timing of it was just right too, because, we had the cold freezing weather and it was right.
Oh, yeah.
Installed right before that happened. So
yeah.
Felt good about it.
You don't want to mess around with Texas with the heat or the cold, especially the heat.
You don't.
AC is
two extremes and you need it.
I mean, we know we have listeners from all around the globe, where I guess some areas AC doesn't exist, which is hard to fathom when you're in Texas.
We have folks listening in South Africa that I know of right now.
For real. So the AC thing is not even a deal, but in Texas to not have it, that's
well, they're going through a hot summer right now there in in South Africa. So
wow. Yeah. Let's go to our last topic here, the grab bag part 2. Cordon bleu.
What'd you grab out of there?
All right, so I had an interesting experience this week, and so this is going to be very embarrassing. Why are you already laughing? You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I can't wait.
Okay, so have you ever been you're really leaning back and enjoying this. Okay, if anyone can see,
feet up.
Chris has no idea what I'm about to say. He's leaned back, put his arm up on the couch, and it's like he's going in vacation Chris mode.
Entertain me.
I'm not your monkey, man. Okay, so have you ever been to a dermatologist?
I have before.
Have you?
It's been a while.
So, it's been a while. It's a good song. Thank you, Snaid. So I went to the dermatologist this week. I've been one time in my life. Okay, there's a bunch of things I haven't really done. I haven't really done like a massage before. I've never done like I guess guys go get like what's the thing to do to your feet? Is that pedicure or a manicure or whatever? I've never done that. Okay. Whatever. All these offices, never been there. The one time, I think 20 years ago, I went to a dermatologist. There's like a spot on my back. They basically, cut you open and then figure out if it's cancerous or not. And It wasn't. But I've had these two things appear. I'm going to be transparent and honest on the podcast.
Okay.
So
we like that when that happens.
Maybe with age. Okay. I assume maybe it was an age situation, but I've had two things appear on me that I was like, I think I need to go to the dermatologist.
Okay.
Where Joelle was kind of like, yeah, I think you need to go. So I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay. Hold on. I'm telling you. I'm literally telling you the story right now. You're about to ask me, what was it?
Is it a third and fourth? No, go ahead.
I don't know what you're about to say. So there was one thing on my chest, if that's where you were going with that.
Okay.
That I guess now that I know it was not cancerous. It's called like a cherry melanoma, cherry something. Basically, it's like a spot you get when you get older.
Okay.
And it can just appear anywhere in your body.
How large is this spot?
So here's the deal. It was not the smallest,
which is smaller than a pepperoni or as large as a
it was definitely smaller than if it was a pepperoni, I would be flipping out. No, it was smaller than a pepperoni. But it was like, I don't know how to measure it. Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's a cherry blossom.
It was big enough that you could see it if I was wearing a shirt, and if the shirt pressed against my chest, you could see like a bump.
Okay.
Okay. So apparently totally fine. They're like, oh, it's no big deal. And they numbed it in 2 seconds and used some weird machine that like cauterized the whole thing off.
All right.
So it took them 30 seconds to do it.
You got a little sizzle.
Little sizzle. And then the other thing, so, I mean, this is just what you talk about on a grab bag episode. The other thing is something called a skin tag.
You're talking to me about HVAC. We're going into different territory. A skin tag. I know what a skin tag is.
It's just like it's just a weird looking spot.
It's a little extra skin, right?
Yeah. That's
Skin plus.
But it was in my armpit.
Oh.
Which is crazy. Okay. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But apparently that's another thing when you get older, wherever your body is moving, apparently that's where skin tags pop up. So they basically razor bladed that guy out.
We'll take care of this thing on your chest. And then while we're busy,
we're just going to chop you up while you're in here.
While we have the toolbox out, let's go ahead.
It was basically in and out in 10 minutes. And I'm like, what just happened to me? Like how? But so, okay, a couple observations. One, we're all getting older, we should just embrace that.
We are.
I'm good with the cherry loma blah, blah, blah on my chest. But, if they could chop it off in 2 seconds, why not? But when I was in there was like 115 different procedures all over the walls that someone could do to their body. And it just made me, it's just a lot. There's a lot of really image. I mean, I get it. Hey, I got a skin tag off and a cherry guacamole thing off my chest or whatever it's called. But there were so many. There were so many things there. So many things there. There were like these like sculpting pens that looks like a pen. And I guess they draw on your face and your face gets smaller. I don't understand.
Why is that disconcerting? Why?
I don't know. You know what? If there were like, I guess because I'm in this doctor's office, if there were like 2 or 3 things, there's something to me that's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. There were so many. It was just, I could see someone getting lost in an office like that and just doing procedure after procedure after procedure the rest of their life.
You could really make a habit out of that, couldn't you?
Yeah, I get it. I could see. It was just interesting to me. I had no idea there were that many options. And I bet I saw, you know what? I said 100 plus, which I legitimately saw. That's probably not even scratching the surface.
Yeah. And when I think about it, number one, I don't like going to anywhere, doctor regardless.
Yeah. Any kind of doctor?
Oh, I just don't like going. I mean, I have to go, but I don't like going.
Because you have to like get up from the couch or something? Or what do you?
It's not about being lazy. It's just, you don't, maybe a little bit of white coat syndrome there. You just don't want to go in and find out anything that you don't want to hear. But you tend to think of, okay, your primary care doctor, that's important.
Yeah.
Your optometrist, your dentist, those are things where you're like, okay, well,
I need these things. I need my vision.
So dermatologist kind of feels down there on the priorities.
Yeah.
But you still should
it's
go.
important, right? Skin cancer is important.
Well, you don't want to go there and then see a bunch of options and think, should I be spending more time here at the dermatologist? Should I be doing more? It's just
maybe it definitely makes you think about image. Like you're hard pressed to not go in there and walk out thinking like, oh, like am I supposed to do like 75 other things to my body? Which I'm not going to, and I don't feel tempted to it, but it just makes you think about it. And if I'm thinking about it, and I don't even have the motivation to go back, how many people are walking around really image what's the word, like conscious, or image, a lot of fear of image or their body? Like, I mean, I get it, we should be healthy, we should take care of our bodies, and maybe healthy, maybe a benefit of being healthy is, I don't know, it looks better, I guess, or it's more appeasing to the eye. But man, I didn't even know that 98% of that stuff existed.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Now you've seen a whole new world.
It's crazy.
A whole fantastic point of view there with all these procedures that you could do. Does it have you thinking about one? Or are you
no? I think she recommended a couple things for me.
Okay, what'd she recommend?
So
like specifically for you because she thought you might like it, or because it's
I actually think, you know what's funny? I think any human could do it. It actually felt a little salesy, which I was like, ugh, I don't like to be sold to like that. I don't think it was anything. She looked at me, she was like, oh, hey, you need to consider this procedure, tubby. So it wasn't quite like that. It was more of just these elective things you can do. I was like, no, thanks. I'm good with the just burning off the thing on the chest and the razor blade to my armpit. Yeah, I was like, ugh.
All right.
So anyway, that was just an interesting experience that I was not thinking was going to take place this week. But you never know, week to week. You never know what's going to come out of the grab bag.
Well, I am glad that you have less things on you that you don't want. That's a good place to be. That's a win.
Wait, why did you go to the dermatologist?
I had a rash. I remember.
Oh, yeah, that's personal.
I had a rash. Yeah.
Please don't be inappropriate. Okay, we're trying to be transparent.
I'm not telling you where. I'm just saying that there was a rash. But
I'm assuming it got fixed. It was actually all better.
Arms, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Way to go. Way to go.
Allergic reaction. So.
Okay. Well, wrapping up the dermatology.
Got another
last topic here.
So
bring it home.
Yeah. So in religious spiritual news, it appears that the Pope is not doing.
I saw that.
Francis.
I saw that. I didn't mean to sound excited when I just said that, but no, I heard that. Isn't he close to?
Well, I'd say he's had better days, so we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
he could have a full recovery. He might not have a full recovery anyway. So
how does that work with the Pope? Do they have like a Pope in waiting?
Well, that's what we're going to talk about here. So they have cardinals, right? Mm-hmm. They have not a baseball team, but they do have cardinals.
Yep.
And from that, think of it as a Pope farm system.
Okay.
You have the Major League, which is the Pope.
Yeah.
And, in the farm
and you got
system,
a roster of what cardinals that could be the Pope?
I think they have to vote on it.
Interesting.
Not sure how it all works. You're Catholic, or you used to be. So
I used to be,
but
works, right? I don't remember. I was like more growing up as a kid.
You didn't pay attention to Roman Vatican procedures?
No. I've seen before. Isn't that when they vote, and depending on the color of smoke, they vote, and then I think they burn up the votes. And then depending on the color of smoke that pops up at the Vatican means they've chosen a new pope or they're still voting.
That I don't know, my friend.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure when they're still choosing, it is Catholics, you can correct me, black smoke. And then when they've chosen, the smoke is, I guess, white. There's a different color. So it's a whole closed door process. I'm pretty sure
a
bunch of cardinals. I think there's hundreds. I think it's literally hundreds of people who vote on that.
Well, there is a cardinal that is getting a little bit of buzz as the possible successor.
Okay.
Here, and it is.
You know his name?
It would be, if he does take this particular, if he does succeed to this role,
it'd be Pope
Pier Battista is his first name. Pizzaballa.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
it's
no.
Pizzaballa. Pope Pizzaballa.
Pope Pizzaballa. There's no way this is right. You're making this
I am not making this
okay,
up.
Pope. Okay, for real.
Google it.
I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. Just, this is a real last name. You're saying Pope Pizzaballa.
Pizzaballa.
Like pizza balla. Almost like he's a balla.
Balla. Yeah, like
he's a balla or pizza parlor.
Pizza balla.
Pizza balla.
Yeah.
I can't take that seriously.
You might have to take it seriously because he might be your new pope.
Do you think when someone is in the running like that, do you think there's like a final vote and these people come in, they're like, guys, listen, from a marketing perspective for the pope, we can't go with Pope Pizza Balla. Or maybe the flip side, they're going, we got to make it spicy. We've had like Francis and John and Bob
there.
The little Pope Pizza Balla. If we, it'll bring in like the youths. Well, do you think there's a marketing cardinal conversation?
I think they probably think about it. Like, how's this going to play out? And then they just
we're thinking about it and we're not like voting Pope Pizza Balla.
Yeah.
Wow.
But,
wow. That was worthy of a topic right there.
Well, other than him, there's maybe somebody else who's in the mix.
It's like he's going to be just a regular name, like another Pope John. They're like, get out of here. No, not even close to Pizza Balla.
It'd be a Pope Amita Balla.
Thanks so much for joining us. Please consider rating and reviewing our podcast and hitting subscribe on whichever platform you prefer. Remember to keep moving forward because we're not quite there.